mounting up the camera here, and we're back Saturday. It's 10 o'clock. So apparently I tried to time it so that I could, the homeowner wasn't around, nobody's been watching anything that's been going on here, and I showed up and there's about 2 inches, maybe an inch of water in the shallow end, and we're looking for like 4 to 6. So you can kind of see the tape mark right over here, and we're a little short of that. So I did shut that vacuum off. It was making a loud whistling noise that I'm sure was annoying the neighbors too, but I'm gonna leave that vac over there running a little bit longer. And I don't know, it's tough in this weekend situation when there's nobody around really in the office or here at the house to kind of communicate. So it's like I almost need to, like, you know, as a responsible pool employee of the company I work for, I need to take it upon myself to possibly come back in a few more hours so I can pull that vacuum. And then I guess keep it running. But we're here to install that light yesterday. Sadly, I didn't have the correct faceplate with me. I brought the wrong color, so I wanted to come out here anyway. And let's see if we get some stretch on this. And not too bad. Pretty soon we'll get to the point where we'll need a blow dryer or some hot water in order to do this. But luckily it's still okay. All right, so, but this is also, see, when I get the light on, what I am gonna do is I got the water bags in like key spots right here, so I may be able to shut the vac off, and maybe the liner will be okay. It's highly doubtful, I don't know, but we'll see. Not really getting any water in the corners. It will, but see, that's the thing, is I'm here, I can look at it, I can shut the vac off and I can make a judgment call at that point. But there's literally an inch and a half of water. Everything came out good though. Everything came out good. So what we'll do, so let's get this light put back together, and then we'll kind of talk about everything else, just you and me. Hoping that the camera footage is okay. I'm not sure how the audio is, any of that. I'm gonna pop my slides off going barefoot. I got a knife in my pocket. I'll just pop that out just in case real quick. And we're gonna get our feet wet, but that's part of being a pool worker, a pool person. All right, so it fit pretty good here. So what I'll do is I'll put my foot just to kind of mimic the water. And got a brand new faceplate, and it didn't take long for some leaves to get all over it. So this is the bottom of the faceplate with the little notch. This is the top. And basically I'll just come in here, and I don't know what you can see or can't see, but I'll try my best for you. So I know that this is the hole right there. You know, and you can just kind of tell, you can kind of feel that it's going in. And I'll give it a little snug, not a 100% crank down just yet. So that way when I'm doing this screw here, if this faceplate needed to move or adjust itself, it could. And once it's locked in, we're good. All right, so I got the first two in, so I'm just going to slide my foot over just slightly, and I'm going to work the left two portions here, or two screw locations here. Again, I have no idea what you can see or can't see. I don't have anybody here to confirm that with me. So we'll do these two. Now, I was a little concerned that maybe one of these screws was going to strip out on me. All right, so now did those two. I'm going to come over here to this side, do these two, maybe these three. So I haven't like fully cranked on these all the way down yet either. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, you know. I should have came out here for 12 o'clock is what I should have done. That tree branch just fell onto the fence right there. Holy smokes. All right, we'll crouch down a little closer here. That tree branch literally just fell. That was weird. But that's why I put these water bags up in here. Uh-oh, getting a little bottom out action there. We're gonna have some issues here. Like there was something in the screw hole or something. And that one's stripping. I knew there was gonna be one stripper. So we got a back-to-back issue here. All right, well, let's see how. All right, that one is getting bound up like there's stuff in the hole. So I'm probably gonna have to clean the hole, and I'm gonna have to get something to get that screw to bite better. So issue with the bottom two screws. Another tree branch just fell. Super windy around here right now. This must be the remnants of the hurricane, I'm guessing. Yeah, see, I had a little, I'm hearing a little crack, and I'm probably gonna have to check the inside of this light niche for cracks too. I'm hearing some cracking on it. All right, so we got an issue with the bottom two. That's good, because that gives us a little bit more time for the pool to fill up. Get a few more inches of water. Well, let's come over here. Like this tree branch, literally, like, holy smokes. It was a tree, a little baby tree. All right, I gotta get my drill with a little 1/8 inch drill bit, just something small to kind of clean and bore out that hole. It's something binding me up in there, and the screw's not able to get in all the way. Might as well carry this back with me at the same time. Hopefully nobody's here to see this silly camera on my head. I do wish I had a GoPro. Maybe I'll just use this to hold that open for a second. I think I want to try the zip tie thing first. Hopefully that'll work. If not, we'll upgrade to a piece of metal. And then, like I was saying, just an 1/8 inch bit to kind of clean that hole. But I tried the zip tie thing last time. I had a strip screw and it worked. I tried passing it along to a few of the employees here, and they tried it and said that they did not have good luck with it. So I'll tell you, if the water would just get to that seam, I would feel comfortable pulling the vacs. All right, I think we'll start with the one where I had to bore the hole out a little bit. So I'm hoping that's going to be the easiest task of these two screws. I was expecting some issues there, and like I said, I think I heard some cracking in the niche too, so we're probably going to have to put some epoxy on the cracks too, I'm guessing. All right, so let's see. This is just so this bit is smaller than that, so it's not going to affect the diameter of the hole. But we're looking to something was binding us up in here. I just kind of want to probe the hole a little bit. All right, let's try it again. See if that made a difference. Whatever. Yep. Yep, that solved that one. Nice and tight. Alright, so now, what did I do with that zip tie? I just had the darn thing. Strange. Huh. Y'all saw me go get that zip tie, and from here to there I lost it. How is that possible? Must, up there it is, blending in the crack right here. I was like, what the heck? All right, so let me trim this tip off. And then we'll see if we need one or two of these. I'm almost tempted to try two, but I'm gonna try one first. So this was the technique, just stick the zip tie. Try to think. I think it should go a little further in than that. Try the pointed end. Yeah, that went in a lot deeper. Let's see if it's. I don't really feel like I'm getting much resistance, so let's go with a double zip tie. I used to always use metal, copper wire, but copper wire, in my opinion, always made like a mess. So I think I need to like notch the tip of this, like a little point. Just go in a little bit better. It's having a hard time getting past. There it is. All right, just want to make sure the zip tie was in all the way. So let's see. I feel like I'm getting more resistance now. Definitely getting more resistance. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I liked it. That's a tight screw. That's tight, I'm telling you. So now, what I do is a very, very careful, and this is the other part of the metal wires I didn't like. All right, so I gotta very careful. I'm cutting in the upward motion, so that if I slip, I'm gonna slip up and not down. So I'm just trying to. It's tough, to make a really nice cut. I think I can put my finger under the blade and protect it. Cut my finger. Just kind of work it slowly. not rush it. Work it a little. Alright, we'll come up from the bottom here. I'm sure my blade isn't the best either. There we go. That's a better spot. Alright. So that part's done. So now, on the top, I'm going to cut it real close to the faceplate to expose that receiver. Now I'm going to cut it around, leave a little bit of meat if we ever needed to grab onto it for a future repair. And you just kind of, jeez, I'm just seeing things. Oh, it's the leaves blowing. Alright, so there's a little crack here. So I think it'd be in our best interest to get some rags. We'll clean out the inside of the niche and we'll do some epoxy and repair in there. Of course I can, before I do any of that, I can reassemble this light and just get that portion of that done, and then we'll go back and get some rags and clean everything. So I put this duct tape on just because one time I did do a liner where we ended up not hitting the backs. We were going to wait till the following day, so the light was sitting inside the light niche, and then through the course of the evening the lens fell behind the liner. I didn't notice it at the time. I just showed up on the job, hit the vacs, and then of course once I hit the vacs I was able to see the light lens behind the liner. So ever since then I put duct tape. Looks like they need a new bulb, I'm sure they already knew that, but nobody told me that. Of course, I'm not finding out till now. I'll report it. It just looks, I don't know. Sure, I'll check it, but just kind of wiping off any moisture. This light has a seal already on it. Yeah, I can tell that bulb's not the best. Might work. I've seen bulbs that look worse working. Or I'm like looking at the customer going, you sure that light works? Oh yeah, it works. Never had an issue. Okay. It's kind of good. I've been, this work takes a little time, so I'm really banking on the fact that I could pull that back. I'll leave the water bags, but if I'm able to at least pull the back so nobody has to come back. It does scare me though that nobody's like watching the filling. Luckily I know the vice president of the company doesn't live too far from here, so sure this is one of his friends anyway. It's usually how it works. Friends of the companies always make for better videos. That's usually when things go wrong, is the friends. Anytime you're trying to help a friend with their pool or their house, something always goes wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I forgot to be talking about what I'm doing here, but hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna get this put back together, and then like I said, I'm gonna go get some rags and a bucket. Definitely would have made sense to clean the inside of that light niche out. when we were doing the job. All right, so that's literally socked all the way down. I cannot go any further. This is the copper mounting screw. All right, so that light is ready for reassembly. And you know, like I said, well, actually, I don't even know if I said this, but what I'm gonna say is the lights are easily taken apart and or not taken apart. Well, yeah, they're easily taken apart, but you can replace a light bulb even when the pool is full. So if we, you know, you don't have to drain your pool in order to change your pool light bulb, but you just want to make sure it's a pool light bulb and not a floodlight. Reason being is wattage, things like that. It's got to be the correct wattage. Floodlight, I don't know. So we're going to get some stuff to repair the cracks inside that light niche. Kind of clean the inside of that light niche out a little bit so that our I know I have a fresh tube of the structural repair compound right here. Structural repair compound. This will, two-part epoxy will work too, but this stuff is super hard and it dries in just a couple minutes. I'm waiting on a new case for my Aquabond set, and here's my rags. I said I wanted to get a bucket. I think I don't want to crawl in there for a bucket, so I'm gonna pass on the bucket. Decisions. Like I said, we'll zing this light back in. We'll wrap up what we can. We'll clean up what we can. We'll talk about what we can. And then we'll come over and unplug the vac and just see how the liner's pulling away from certain spots in the corner. You know, I might be able to steal one water bag to put it into that corner over there. That actually might be a really good idea. But the 2 water bags in the deep end is nice too. I just, you know, like I said, I'll have to see. I'll shut the vac off completely and see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Check this out. So I'll just use this bag for my garbage instead of the bucket. That was why I was gonna grab a bucket, but we'll just put all the stuff in there. All right, so let's kind of grab a few rags, clean the inside of this edge a little better. It's going to be really dirty. It's going to be really dirty. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to clean the entire niche out, but we'll do the best we can on the areas where we want the epoxy to connect to the metal really good. These cracks, which is right in these little nooks. Again, it would have made total sense to rinse this out ahead of time. It just did not get done that day. It usually is a step that I like to. So this did crack a lot more than that's why you clean it out. This did crack up. That was where the screw stripped. That's why, because this whole flange cracked out really bad. So that's why I'm cleaning it. And the rest of them, this one was remember this one I was bored out. Something was weird with that one. So we're just gonna epoxy that up really good. These are just like little things, you know, like when you're doing your pool liners, you know, inspection of your skimmers and your your lights, your niches, your housings. People always forget about the housings. Alright, so it looks like crap. It's almost like wiping your ass. Definitely in here, I want to make sure that's nice and clean so that the epoxy is grabbing onto the plastic and not pieces of algae. And then it's dry. So we'll epoxy this crack, we'll epoxy here, we'll epoxy here. Pretty sure I whacked the phone. Let me make sure it's still recording. It's still recording. Okay. Alright, so now let's put my oh, it's warming up nice. Between 10 and 2 during the month of October and parts of November can be some of the most beautiful weather you'll ever experience here in New England. Alright, so it is windy. So again, this is the I don't know if you can see this, Aquabond SR3000 structural repair compound. Cut off the tip of the needle, and I'm really hoping that everything functions as it should. This gun has been giving me some issues. I did put in a request for a new one. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's working. Alright, let me get a couple rags. Now let's go to work. Alright, let's take care of this one that was really bad. We're gonna really pump it in that crack. I'm just really pumping it in, and wherever that ball ends up, that ball should just stay there. And I know we had some going on back in here, and we're just gonna really, I'm hearing trees falling in the background again. Kind of use the tip to smooth it. You really don't want to get this stuff on your hands. If I had a glove on, I would do that. I feel like that tree's gonna fall right there. I am so glad it's leaning out. Like, look at that tree. Holy smokes. I keep hearing it crackling. Alright, so this was a guaranteed leak that the guy was having in his pool. If I had just put this light back together, it would have kept leaking. So I got a little bit left. We're just going to kind of work this area. Anywhere where some of these future cracks could come. Again, I don't know what you can see, what you can't see. Hopefully you can hear me. What the fuck? Every time, like, I'm just so worried that every time I hear the sound of a crack, there's a tree that's gonna come on me. Get wiped out while I'm doing my video here. And I'm just kind of working it. In these areas. Make sure I don't put it in that. Put your caulk everywhere, but you want to get it where it should be. So I got a little bit extra. We'll just go a little bit heavier. Might as well burn up this there's no way that'll leak now, and it'll help. We'll go a little bit. Might as well just cover that over completely. Fill that in. The crack was really bad in here. We'll fill it in a little more. right, now this will literally need 5 minutes to dry. And then after that, I'll come back and I'll put the light back in. So now we'll put all that away. And during that time period, basically I'll clean up what I needed to clean up. We'll let everything dry. We'll leave the one screwdriver that we're gonna need, and we can clean everything up. And that'll give us the 5 minutes that we need for that to dry. So that way I put the light in and it doesn't disturb any of the epoxy. And I think what I'll do is I'll move the, I don't think we're gonna have an issue. I think I'm gonna be able to shut this back off. You know, there's a good 2 inches of water here. And it's just gonna keep going. But I think I would, since there is nobody here and it's only Saturday, I think what I'll do is I'll turn the water pressure down slightly so it's not cranking full bore. So let's say someone was on vacation and they weren't coming home till Sunday night. You know, which could be the case in what's been going on here. A lot of people do go on vacation when we do work on their pools. So let's assume that's a scenario. I'm actually gonna leave this too, because sometimes that screwdriver acts up on me. But let's assume that's a scenario. This pool, if I left it running on that pressure, would probably be full tomorrow. And plus they're closing it right away, so they're not even filling it up all the way. So yeah, a lot of talking to myself, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna move that water bag to that corner, clean things up, wrap up that cord, try to keep this thing rolling a little bit longer. See, I know I need that water bag in that area there just because there was a little spot where it was needing some water pressure to pull it down. At least I got my cords back. I just bought these too. I just think I need to pull that one water bag over just a little bit more into that corner so that corner doesn't pull out, and I think everything's going to be fine by shutting that back off. So I'll clean up a few more things. And like I said, that'll be dry in just a couple minutes. always does. It's very good stuff. That Aquabond. Let's talk about it a little more on the way over. I don't know where we get Aquamasters maybe, but Aquabond, the gun is called an Aquabond DM50. And it comes with, you know, needles that come on the top, and they come with these cartridges. This one here is the Aquabond SR3000 structural repair compound. Bond virtually any material. Pump, pipe, stainless steel, fiberglass tile, anchoring and fastening. General purpose, paintable. See, 5-minute working time. Store, this is the only problem that I struggle with these types of years. Store at 70 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. When you go too low, that's when we've been getting issues, and they've been freezing up and breaking. It's nice to get these cords back. Cords is a sore subject sometimes. You know, you're doing these jobs. You cycle through cords and these vacuums. All right. Let's see, I'm trying to soak up 5 minutes for that compound to dry. There we go. So let's just carry this back. I'm trying to let the water, you know, get in as much as I can before I go to shut that back off. I'm just really hoping we don't have to come back. That went right in. I do have a new toolbox. Well, not a new toolbox, a toolbox that I bought from a tag sale. And I think it would work better for me. And I just haven't gotten to the chance to switching those all over. Some trash fell out. I don't even think this is my trash. It's a tissue. I like to leave a roll of duct tape with the face plates in case the next crew ever needed a roll and didn't have a roll. So let's see. Let's let the epoxy dry for another minute. Let's see what's going on here with this vac. Because in 5 minutes, oh, there's a snake in the pool. He's stuck. There's a little garter. Wow. The elusive garter snake. Right, came in on the tree. Yeah, I really feel like everything's gonna be fine here, but you know, it's like when the water bags are just, you know, when they start moving around and they're not staying in their spot, that's when there's enough water. And the snake took off to the deep end. I'm so glad I didn't see him before. So this will come out, it just needs water. My worry is that it gets worse. I feel like there's a little more water over here than there was over there. I just feel like I need to have a little bit more water right there. It's just not pushing it down. Water will definitely push it down though. Well, let's see what happens when I shut the vac off. Sometimes it can smooth some material back. I mean, it's really not that bad at all. And it goes right away with water. All right, let's see what happens when we shut the vac off. Wonder where our buddy the snake went. Look at all these branches, man. I bet you our buddy the snake's hiding in those water bags. All right, let's see what happens. I'll guarantee you that snake went in there. You can see him, he's right there. Buddy, that's my spot. See, it just seems like everything's okay. Let's see what this snake does when I hop in here. You gonna attack me, dude? Or do you want to get out? Do you want to get out? No? You want to go swimming? Hopefully I'll get out once there's more water in the pool. Oh, look at that, it's hard. Luckily there's no chemicals in the water yet too that are gonna hurt them. Yeah, so you just put that bottom clip in and screw that copper niche in, or the copper screw. Yeah, I don't know. Everything looks fine down here. Everything looks fine down here. Everything looks fine over there. We're gonna leave these water bags here. It's just that one spot right there. I don't know if there's anything I can do. Let's see if I can cheat the top of the liner over just a little bit, because if I can make just a minor adjustment there, I think we're good. Oh, hey, there's that frog. There's a snake and a frog in here. What's up, dude? Yeah, see, let's see if I can kind of stretch some of this material over. And I can lose it into the corner here. Yep. Everything came over. Yeah, that makes that look a lot better. As it fills up, that's just gonna pull it right down. All right, so we can pull the vacs. We can pull the vacs. Raise our tape mark. Let's see, that return was here. We don't want to go any higher than that because they're going to fill right to that. So they'll end up going right to there. Oh yeah, see, that was a nice little adjustment that I made right there. I just pulled some of that top material back and it made it just a little bit better. I have no concerns whatsoever about everything. Again, this is why I'm looking at it. I'm taking a good look at it first. This is my decision to make, so I think everything's going to be just fine. As the water fills up, all that's just going to pull. Everything's fine. All right, you talked yourself into it. Let's go pull the vac. And then wrap up the cord. That'll be it. Oh, and we're going to turn the water down just a little bit. Let's see how that was. Because we don't want it to be full bore. That's still pretty good water pressure. There's about 2 feet away, so it probably, wow, that's still good water pressure. These valves, you barely need to touch them. That's gotta be pretty low. Barely on. Nope, that's still really good water pressure. Oh, 4th time's a charm. I just want it to be barely on. Trying to find that nice 24-hour fill rate, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want this pool to fill up in 12 hours. But if it took 24 hours, that's okay. Until somebody's here to monitor it. And then, all right, so I think that was like 6 adjustments, but I like that flow. That's a good slow flow. Won't fill up super fast, but it'll fill up. Today's Saturday midday. It's a big pool. Probably, in all honesty, could turn it down one more time. You know, there's no harm in just letting it trickle right now. Is my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but jeez, that thing's taped on there good. Retape that. Okay. Nice and sunny over here, no issues. All right. One last look. Yeah, everything's fine here to fill. It's a good slow pace. I like that pace. Because even if it would still take, if it accidentally filled up all the way, that would take 2 days. And when I mean fill it up all the way, I mean to like normal height, as if they were going to run the pump and filter, not overflowing the patio. So, needless to say, when I get out of here, I'm going to text my manager, Jesse, and let him know the situation. So they'll know to have somebody come out here first thing Monday morning. Or try to get a hold of the homeowner. One of the two, but I'm glad that all worked out. I probably could have waited. I mean, for the future knowledge, I probably could have waited till noon. But it didn't hurt to get here a little early just to be sure, too. So I don't know. Thanks for coming to work with me on Saturday. All these tree branches. That's a new tree branch. I'll have to check my footage. Okay. You can go up there. You can go up there. You can go up here. Oh, it's so hot now. It's like actually nice out. Not a cloud. Oh, there's one cloud in the sky. Almost not a cloud in the sky. One little cloud. A happy little cloud, as Bob Ross would say. Okay. Wrap this puppy up around here. Came out pretty good though. All in all, everything worked out. I could have been a bad employee and not done anything. And somebody would have showed up to this pool being full. The vac's still in. Tree branches leaning on the fence. But that's why they pay me the big bucks. Plus, it's a great opportunity to get content for you folks. And I can go home and have an hour of footage to work and see what I can make a video out of and all that good stuff. So, what do you want to do? One last walk around to make sure we didn't leave any tools laying on the patio. Oh. Say goodbye to my snake, my frog, the little garter. I'm sure he's back over here. Yep, I can see him. That's gonna be his pad. I'd get him out of there, but he seems fine. I mean, it's like he wanted to go in there. Later, dude. Have a good time. I wish you the best of luck in your journey. You and the frog. Yeah, everything's good here. Everything's okay. I will say this much. This is literally just between you and me. That pool patio smells like pee. As if their dogs pee on the patio on the reg. It was terrible. Camila and I were talking about it. I went up to Camila and says, "It just smells like pee around here." He says, "I know." All right, can't get that in there now. I bet you I could. See, I got it in there. Man. Yo. Everybody be good. Everybody take care. It's nice to, a huge milestone. I hit 18,000 subscribers. I mean, for me, like, that's just unheard. Like, I never thought I would personally be able to achieve something like that. So thank you, everybody. I really strongly do want to say thank you to every single one of you. And hey, my dad's up from Florida. He evacuated for the hurricane, so he's up here. I'm gonna go try and link up with him and say hi to him. So hopefully we can get him some camera time too. Steve got a pool out.